brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Dillon now off the option. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 9 yards on the carry there, and that will be the final play of quarter number 3. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Dillon now off the option. Runs over it. 73 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
In motion, Hill. Again, it's Dillon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A.J. Dillon. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Let's go now.
First play, first throw coming for Vick. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. On 1st and 10, here's Vick. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. On 2nd and 10. Vick finding a safety valve here. That's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So a chance to breathe easier now. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll try to throw it here. Vick, he's got the Hall of Famer, Fred Biletnikoff, complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Vick operating on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Give him 9 on the carry that time, but they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. We're scoreless after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing, Vick. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Mario Williams able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Another try after the 1st down sack. Vick. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the legend, Ray Nitschke.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Dillon now off the option, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go with the option, coming right. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless 1st half. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape, because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And Vic's throw there, incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rip, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Vic, incomplete. It was knocked away.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit, because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded inside the 5. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Javon Kirsch there to get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. They'll keep it on the ground again here. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the 2nd half gets underway. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way.
Taking it right down Broadway. The 20. Touchdown. Lamar Jackson. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Black Knights come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now here's Vic. And a quick throw here that's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Here's Michael Vick. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. On third down, Vick out of the gun.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Vick to throw on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Moore, the man in motion. Dillon now off the option. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here's the option, running right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. Final minute now in the third quarter.
Dillon now off the option.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon.
Bulldozes past him.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Dillon now off the option.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Dillon now off the option.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
A.J. Dillon
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Black Knights have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A first down throw coming for Vick. He's going to look deep for more. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Herman Moore, 73 yards. And the Seahawks are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game here in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now Michael Vick. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They got the name.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted.
And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Dillon now off the option.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
68 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On second down, Dillon
takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
from a couple yards deep. He'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try to put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. We made one more play. Could have had our shutout.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Dillon now off the option.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Dillon now off the option. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
Mm-hmm.